Alright guys, so welcome back to Ground Zero DIY, and this is Dan, and we're back in the shop today, and we're back on the serving tray project that we're working on here. And so first thing today, as you can see here, I have my my Win oscillating sander here, and bless its heart, this was one of the two tools that actually survived the workshop fire, but the carcass has a little bit of signs of melting on it, so it's seen its day. But so anyhow, what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and start the finishing process. And first thing we're going to do here with the oscillating sander is I'm going to touch up on the inside of the heart design that we cut into the handle and dress that up. So let's go ahead and get started with that, and I'll go ahead and work with the oscillating sander. So now I've already got the sander set up, so I wouldn't have to waste your all's time trying to get things all set up and lined up. So here we go, have some fun. Alright guys, so we was able to get this dressed up pretty good, and we're going to a couple other areas here that we're going to work through, and then we'll be done with this. Okay, we got that smoothed out. Looks pretty good in there. So next we'll go ahead and get set up with the router and the round over bit, and we'll start to do the final profile on that. But before we do, I've noticed a couple of small imperfections in the board that I would like to address in here, that I want to go ahead and do right now, and then we can first is there's a nice little crack going right through here, and so I'm going to do is I will do a little bit of glue in there. Let that set for a minute. Then you guys are going to know this trick from earlier in the project, and that's the old make our own wood filler trick here. So as with any shop here, I'm going to find me some kind of little scrap piece here that I can go ahead and start mixing some of this stuff up in. So just hang tight and I'll have something in a minute. All right, now, so we're back, and we're going to mix up a little bit of wood filler here to kind of take care of our little problem here on the bottom and top, actually. And this is kind of one of those things, it's just kind of feel as you go. Like I was saying before, for those that are just kind of joining, when you do this, it's not an exact science. You know, you just kind of you're making you a putty to put in there. For those that have done some body work with Bondo or anything like that on a car, you guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about as far as, you know, mixing up that putty and everything. So, you know, you just, when you use the dust out of that sander, and that will give you a mixture of pretty much the same color as your wood, because it's dust that's come from that wood. And so now let's just press this down in here. Over here to the top, we have some. Anywhere it looks like we've got imperfection, we're going to cover up with our little mixture here. All right. Now, I'm going to take a few minutes to get this cleaned up and resituated, and we'll be back and set up the router and get ready to do that part. And while we're doing that, then that'll give the glue and the putty time to dry, and we'll sand that, and hopefully we'll get our coats of oil put on here tonight. So just stay tuned and we'll be back in a flash. All right, guys, so welcome back, and So I've got our router, and I've got it set up with a 1/4 inch roundover bit, and I'm going to go ahead and use that to profile in the top and the inside of our heart, and do a little sanding here, and then clean up and wipe down the board. We should be ready to apply our oil to the board. So here we go. So we're going to set our depth on our router and get that done. I go a little bit heavy on it so that I don't like how it leaves that line in your cut. I'm not pro at this, so I never can remember, thumb this, thumb that to get the right direction. So we'll just figure it out as we go. So we got that. Just a little touch up. So let's do the inside. All right. So good. So now we'll just do a little touch up, which I don't think we're going to have to do much. And see what we got here. Okay, now we'll just do the inside of the back side of the heart, and here we go. There again, turned out really well. Just a little touch up. All right. So while we got the sander going, we'll go ahead and do our spots here that we filled and repaired. you may guess, we down here where we sanded on the edge, right here, we'll have to scorch that. We'll have to try to do it without melting the glue out of it. So here we go. I'm going to sand around this edge just to make sure we don't have any scorched discoloring on the wood before we put this oil on. Alright guys, so from here I'm going to take a pause for the cause and get everything put up and cleaned up and wiped down so that we can go ahead and lay down our oil on this and start our finishing process. So just hang with me and we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, so we're back after that little cleaning pause, and we're going to go ahead and start with getting a coat of oil on this serving tray. So what I have here is some pieces that I printed off with my 3D printer, and so we're going to test them out and see how that works. And everybody raves about having a 3D printer if you have a wood shop. So I have one. And so far, I really, really love everything that I'm able to do with that 3D printer. One good last wipe. Tack cloth here. Just to get any residuals that we may have, and we'll get this coat of oil put on this serving tray. All right, so now I'm going to step over here and get something to apply the oil with. I used cotton cloth the last time I did this on the cutting board that I made, and I really was not happy with the little shaggies that it gave me in my finish, and I had to really clean up. And so it may be a mistake, but I don't know. You never know until you try it. But I'm going to try something a little different as far as the applicator. So here we go. This is only the second time that I've used this stuff. To do oil as far as a finish on something. And I know that's pretty much the golden standard on cutting boards. So. One thing I did not take into consideration was just exactly how hard it was going to be to get my oil down into the crevices of this heart. Okay. I'm not going through a lot of great pains with the back side of this for obvious reasons. It's the back side for one. And so now, you know, I started doing this channel with the inspiration of a lot of different woodworkers. And, you know, and not just woodworkers, but, you know, this channel is not geared specifically to woodworking. I enjoy woodworking like this, but I mainly, when I was first getting started and first got married, you know, you kind of encounter several different types of projects around the home, and I didn't really see a lot of guidance out there for that young, you know, person just fresh in marriage. And so, you know, I just thought, well, and plus two, you know, there wasn't really YouTube out there at that point in time. Just is what it is as far as telling my age here, but I got married in 1990. My ex-wife, you know, young things. you didn't have, I remember getting a Reader's Digest book of like do-it-yourself kind of reference and how to do like simple home projects, wiring up a ceiling fan or fixing an outlet, stuff like that. You didn't have the comforts of being able to pick up, your phone and say, well, let's watch a YouTube video on it. And so that helped drive my motivation to do this. And so that person that's starting out, their first home or maybe even their third home, they just never had the ability to do it, and give you the inspiration to get up and do it. I had absolutely no knowledge of any concept on woodworking, and I'm not saying that I'm a pro at it now, because there's probably somebody out there that's looking in this right now and going, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's doing that. That has been doing it for 10, 15 years. And I say that to that person, hey, reach out, leave a comment, give me some pointers too, because like I said in the intro video, this endeavor of YouTube, I'm just an average DIYer that, number one, I was just raised in the country that, you don't pay somebody to do something that you have the ability to do yourself. Nor can you learn to do anything new if you don't get out and attempt new things. Get out and attempt new projects. Get out and attempt a cutting board. Get out and attempt a serving tray. Because you do not know whether you can do it or not until you try it. And I have a little fire pit right outside of my workshop here of plenty of tries and failures. But the thing about it is I'm not scared to pick it up and try it again. And that's what I do. Alright, so we're going to do one more coat here on the serving surface of this, and I'm actually really quite pleased with how this paper towel type setup has done. Now I'm using, this is a Walrus oil, cutting board oil, original formula. I'm not a spokesman for them. This is the first time I've ever used it, first time I've ever used any product like this. I can't tell you how long it'll last or how good it's going to be. I can tell you that it really, really, really lays on good and smooth. I used it on a cutting board. That I did for my fiance. And man, it really, really came out beautiful. And so I here again I'm using it on this serving tray. So what we've done, guys, is we've got two pretty nice coats on here. Like I said, I didn't go through no great expense on the back side because, well, like I said, it is the back side. And when she's not using it, it's going to be sitting, it's going to be hanging. And so I really didn't see the need to put a great deal of effort into the back side. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just the way I see it. So let me move this over. Guys, I truly apologize. Sometimes you may get out of frame, and I try to keep that in mind. But like I said, there again, this is my first attempts at the whole YouTube thing and my channel. And you know, I watch these, and I've been watching these videos for years now, and everybody beats it to death. And I hate to say it, but you kind of have to. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, the like button. You know, I'm going to post more and more content. I started my project on what I call the DWCB Silverado, which is the driveway custom build, and I kind of tagged it. And the purpose of that video is to show that average guy out there that you don't have to have a big, huge shop to be able to do these things, to do these projects. You can do it right in the driveway. I have a garage that I have access to, but it didn't help me when I didn't have a garage, you know. So now I'm doing this project on the driveway, and that truck's going to have just kind of a rundown of that project. Is a 7.5-inch rough country lift kit. I'm cleaning and painting the frame. I have a 32-inch light bar that's going to go behind the grill. I have an 8-piece rock light kit that's going in the fender wells. I have recessed lights to cut into the back bumper. I have the back bumper off. I'm coating it with bed liner. And then I have a complete audio system put on the inside. So all of those videos will be coming, and I'll be posting that stuff on my channel here at Ground Zero DIY, as well as the my poor baby behind me here, my Harley. It's covered in walnut dust right now, but I have a complete full air ride set up from J&R Air Ride that I'm getting ready to start that project as well. And I'll be working on that project while it's raining and I can't work in the driveway. So there'll be videos hit and miss on all these different projects. So just stay tuned. And like I said, like and subscribe. If you have any feedback, by all means, you know, shoot that feedback into the comments section. But I will tell you, this is a learning channel, and rude and blatantly disrespectful comments will be just completely deleted. I won't even acknowledge it. But if you have constructive criticism, you know, constructive advice and pointers, by all means, leave it in the comments section, guys, because I am not a pro at this. I'm going along, you know, I'll find mistakes. I'll find things that's wrong, as well as you will see. So go ahead and shoot me a message. Let me know. So till I see you guys again, stay safe and enjoy life, and get out there and start a new project. So we'll talk later, and this will be the conclusion of the serving tray project. So I appreciate you guys tuning into the different videos, and we'll see you shortly, and we'll be on another project soon. Thank you.